Aeneas continues to tell Dido about who they are and why they are there at Carthage and what they need. He says, "Our king, the king to us, was Aeneas. Another, more just than him, was not in piety, nor greater in war and arms." So let's look at that again. We have to take the negative value of neck and extrapolate that onto alter. So we might say in English, no other was more just than him, either in piety or more or greater in war and in arms. If the fates protect this man, Hunc Virum, if he feeds on the heavenly air and he doesn't akubat, he doesn't lie dead up to this point in the cruel shades, there is no fear. So he's making a great point here about Aeneas, and he's saying that Aeneas' well-being depends, or at least the situation moving forward depends on the well-being of their king. And notice he calls him king here. That makes sense to a Trojan, right? King Priam of Troy. And so Aeneas is their leader, so Rex would be the natural word for him to use. And he's using some language here that I think for an AP Latin student needs to unpack a little bit. So nobis here, that's pretty normal, a dative of reference, or a dative of possession rather. Our king was Aeneas. And as I said earlier, literally this is than whom another was more just. But we have to take the neck here. So than whom no other was more just in pietas, in piety, in respect to his piety, the ablative of respect, nor was greater in war and in arms. Quem, notice the C here is postpositioned so that we don't construe this as aliquem, right? Quem is the definite relative pronoun here with virum. So if the fates save this man, and if he feeds on the heavenly air, and we should note that Westgore is one of what we call the puff V verbs, P-U-F-F-V, potior, utor, frungor, fruor, and then Westgore. And those puff V verbs take an ablative direct object. So with a regular verb, a normal verb, this would be auram, iteriam, but it's not. It requires an ablative direct object. Doesn't change the translation though. Feeds on the heavenly air. And then, and he does not, up until this point, lie dead in the cruel shades. And so we know umbra means shade. We know it means ghost. And in the plural here, it's being used as generally the underworld. And then we have a very nice truncated enjambment with the ellipsis of est here. There is no fear.